Hi friends, welcome to New in the Studio. My name is Lisa Schmidt and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and it's Monday.
Woohoo!
I don't know. I don't really like Mondays. So one of my kids said today, Miss Schmidt, I don't like Mondays. I'm like, I know, they're rough, but that's okay. Tuesday's always better. So anyway, I want to show you a really, really fun fold tonight. And the set I'm going to use is the Winterly Treetops. That is in the mini catalog, and
It's on page 31.
Page 31. Let me show that to you. So it is right here in the mini catalog. I've used this so many times. In fact, when we did the Sweets in Season, this was my sweet. This is what I presented on. But I love, love, love this Nests of Winter. It is so pretty. I love the birds. I love everything about it. It's just so pretty. The paper, the embossing folder, everything, the whole kit and caboodle. So that is what I'm going to use. And mainly I'll use this stamp in it, but mainly I'm going to use the Designer Series paper, which if you haven't seen it before, I just have to show you because it's so fun. So we've got these birds, which as you can tell, I fussy cut one out right here, which I don't usually do that, but I really wanted the cardinals, these cardinals right here. So I thought, that's okay, I'll just cut them out. Hi, Tina. These birds, you can use the die on, which is great because then you can get, this one and that one. So that's a fun bird. And I really like these little birds. I did cut one of these out one time, this little one, or you could punch a circle with that one. I just think the little chickadee is super cute. And what's another front? Did that one, did that one. Oh, this one, that's right. This is a great one to make cards. Makes it easy to make cards because you can cut it at 5 1/4 inches. So 5 1/4, 5 1/4 is 10 1/2. You'll have a strip in the middle that's empty, but you get this nice little piece to do a card. Let's look at the back and see what's going on the backs of these. So this one is my favorite, actually. It's Pool Party because it looks like snow. We've got Garden Green. We've got another Pool Party design. And we also have
Hey, Mary.
Basic Beige. I think that's all of them. Anyway, oh, and this one. Oh, this is the one I don't like. There's always one that I don't care for, but it doesn't matter because I really like the other side, which that's the side I'm going to use today. All right, let me show you this really, really fun and amazing
Well,
card.
Nests of Winter, the whole suite has so much fun stuff. You've
It
got
does.
the stamp set, the dies, the embossing folder. I love the specialty twine.
Yep.
And those earth tone shimmer gems.
Yes.
Are very cool.
All of the above. So I am using Garden Green, just taking my standard half sheet and scoring it at 4 1/4. Okay, we're going to set that aside because we're going to do something with the middle. Okay, so I took a piece of Designer Series paper. It is 9 1/4. Get that a little further in there. 9 1/4 by 8. So it's 8 this way and 9 1/4 up and down. You have to pay attention if you have a design like this where we don't want to open our card and have the trees sideways. And then you score it at 4 inches. Okay, so I scored it at 4. I'm going to go ahead and fold that 4 inches. Then, so I said vertical, score 4 inches vertical. Then you score 4 inches from the bottom. There we go. And then we're going to score, I did it already, but a diagonal from the corner to the corner. Before I do that, I think it's easiest to go ahead and cut. I'm going to cut right on this score line, and I'm actually going to use a paper cutter. Not that paper cutter. I made some, and I made one, and I didn't like that part. But I'm not going to cut exactly. Hang on, let me think. Yes, I am going to cut exactly right there. Right on that score line. I'm only going up 2. Where's my fold? So I'm going to start at my fold. I'm going to put a little mark on it because I just can't see it. And this is the back anyway. Okay, so right there. That's my middle. So put a little mark there. And you could just cut it with scissors, but I want to cut it like that. And then I know I got a nice straight fold. Okay. This, I went ahead, and I don't even think you need to score it, but you could just fold it from corner to corner. I'm going to cut that a little further into my line there. So I'm going to go corner to corner on this one. This is the piece. This piece I want to, it's going to make a little fold, a diagonal fold. So just you wait. You're going to love it. All right. So I know that looks complicated. It's really, once you see it put together, you'll understand. I mean, just it's 4 and 4 and then 1 diagonal, because this card is going to go like this. It's going to be a standing up card. So this piece, you could leave this whole piece there, or if you don't like that, all that extra, you could cut it off. I'm just going to leave it. So I'm going to put adhesive on this piece, and thinking, is that what I want to do? Sure. I'm going to put adhesive on this piece. That's the piece that's going to fold up underneath. And like I said, you could cut it if you want to. I figure, just leave the whole thing. If you need more, buy more. All right, make sure my birds are all the right way. Okay. So do you see what's happening here? This piece is going to end up going, so it's going to stand up like that. But we're going to decorate the inside. So this piece is going to go inside.
Decorate the inside, the outside, all the sides.
My card. And I guess you could use this as a card, but because it's designer series paper, I'm going to put it inside this garden green. Now, when you put it in, you want to leave, you don't want to put adhesive right up here against the edge, because when you open it, you end up with a little play right there. You want to allow that to happen. So we will put, and I'll show you once we put it in, I'm going to put adhesive along the bottom edge, along the side edge, and the top edge. And then I'm just going to go I left over here, I put the adhesive inside a little bit and one more in the middle. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to center this on this side, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to put adhesive on this side, and then I'll close it. So I'm going to go along the top. I didn't go all the way to the corner here. Bottom, this side, here, maybe one in the middle. Okay, and I'm going to close that up, just like that. Okay, so when I open it, I end up with a card that is standing. Now, okay, that's kind of cool, but
looks like a little bedroom.
a little diorama. But we're going to decorate the inside, and I think it has a pretty big wow factor. So I've got something stuck on my fingers. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'll put this side on first because I know exactly what's going on that side. On that side, I'm going to put, and we will decorate the front eventually, but on that side, I thought I'm going to use these dies. These come with that stamp set with the Nests of Winter. So I'm going to put this on here.
That's the Winterly Treetops dies.
Sorry, this is going to be the front. I'm going to come back. I'm just going to do the inside now, right now. I want that smaller, though. That's too big. So the Winterly Treetops dies. Thank you. So I'm going to make this whole thing a little bit smaller. I don't want it quite that big because then it takes up all the space, and I don't want that. So I'm going to go
over a little bit just so we can see it working.
Go 3.5. Let's see how that looks. 3.5. Oh, that's not much smaller. By 4. That's going to cut off quite a bit. Maybe 4.25. 3.5 by 4.25. Let's see what that looks like in here. I'm going to go a little narrower to 3. I'm going to do 3 because you don't want to cover up all your paper there. That would not be a good thing. And I don't even think I need the backing. I'm not going to put the green behind it. I'm just going to leave it like that.
I agree.
think that looks good. All right, so let's just go ahead and stick that in. Woo. Right here. Just stick that in like that. Okay, so that's the part we'll write on. And we're going to decorate. Hee hee hee. Okay, so my bird, I have 3 birds that I cut out. This one I fussy cut. This one I die cut, but then I realized when you die cut, it leaves a little bit of white. And I was like, oh, but this one I cut right up the edge. So I have 3 birds that I'm going to put inside here. And then I cut some greens. And I die cut some greens. I also die cut this in case I wanted to use some of that. So the bird, I'm going to have one bird sitting down here on the bottom. Let's see which one. Probably this one, because he's the only one that kind of has a branch to stand on, so to speak. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little strip of paper, and I'm using the same paper that I used here. And I'm just going to fold it in half and trim that off there. There's no like special size. We're just making a little pop out. Now you could just use a dimensional. You don't have to do this, but it's kind of fun. So just making a little box like that. And that's going to sit behind the bird. All of a sudden, I'm like, will that fit behind him? Probably needs to be a little, I might need to make a rectangle with this one instead because he is a little narrower. So let's do that. I can do that. I can make a rectangle. So let's see, like that. And then this would fold down. Square is easiest, but we can do this rectangle. Oopsie. Sort of. Yes. So, because he's going to sit on here. He's going to pop out by this. So I don't really want you to be able to see all this behind him. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that on there, and then I'll figure out what's the other part we're going to stick on. So that's going to go right here. Okay. And then I need that and that and that. I'm going to fold that up. Okay. So kind of like still like a little box. And I'm trying to trim this one more time. I'm going to put adhesive on, oopsie, what did I do? Put adhesive on this bottom piece right here, because that's going to stick on the bottom and that's going to hold him in place, right? So I'll put adhesive on the bottom like this. Okay, and then I'm going to put adhesive on this back side. But I don't want him leaning too much. I kind of want it more square. It's the rectangle that threw me off on this one, but it really is not too tricky. I'll just trim that. Okay, so that's going to stick to the bottom, and this side is going to stick to the back of the card. Put it up a little higher there. Okay, let's make that happen. So that, all right. So this bird is going to sit like right. Sorry, I got to put it up this way. He's going to sit on the bottom like that and the back. Okay, so you see how, and then he's a little crooked. When you fold it, he will fold up with it. I'm just going to turn him so he's a little bit more on his branch rather than cattywampus. There we go. So when you fold this up, he just folds with it. Do you see that? How it just pops out like that? He's just going to pop out like that. Okay, so there's one bird. Isn't that fun? I think it's really fun. All right, let's see what we can do about this guy. I think it probably should be up here because I have 3 of them, like I said. Well, he's going to be on this side somewhere, and this one can be over here, and they can stick out, which is kind of fun. So let's do that again. This one I'm not as worried about. I'm going to fold in half, fold again, trim it. This one I'm just going to make a square because that's the easiest. I do want the paper to be the same as my, oh, I might do it this way then because no, it has to go up and down. Anyway, let's go ahead and stick this on. A little strip. We'll stick on the back of the little cardinals, Mr. and Mrs. Pull that down a little bit. Okay. And here's my box. Trying to make it square because otherwise it just was a little tricky on the last one. So you just fold, fold, fold. And I'm making a square. Do you see it? Not yet. There we go. See my square? Okay. So what's going to get stuck to the paper or stuck to the card is this side and the back side. So let's go ahead and do that. This bottom side and then this back side is going to get stuck. I think I just put adhesive on the top, but let's see. So the bottom right here. Oh no, I'm not sticking him on the bottom, am I? Shoot.
I need to move you out a little bit.
I'm just going to make it like that. You could just use a dimensional too. I'm going to stick that up there. I think I made a mistake. Sorry, friends. That is because I forgot it's not sticking to the bottom. It's just sticking to the back. So I'm going to take a different one because sticking to the back, we still want to make a little square. We just want it to fold. We want one more. There we go. Okay. So fold it in half. I've got 4. Cut that there. My main thing is to make a box because then when you make your box, no matter where you put it, it's going to fold, right? And that's what we want. So I don't want it on the bottom. That's what I was trying to, it has to go up. Do you see how this box comes out? That's what we want with this one. We want it to come out and stick to the bird, but there's no bottom, there's no base to stick it to. I don't know if that made sense. It's easier to stick things down on the bottom, I think, than to stick them on the wall, but we got it. We can do it.
I see the other one.
Can you see what?
The other one.
The other one what?
Another card.
Yeah. No. All right. So where's our little cardinals? All that to say, where'd our cardinals go? Oh, they're right here. So we want this to stick out like a little square. And they're going to stick on one side. Here's my square. This is on the inside. Sorry about that. There we go. I just want them to be, I want it to be square.
If you cut the strip and stick it together and then fold it.
That's what I just, that's what I just did. I think that works better. Very good. Thanks, Dave. There we go. Now I have a square. Why is it not square though?
Because you had other scores on it.
All right. Well, I'm going to make it score it tight and I'm going to trim that. Because you want it to be a square. I want it to be a square. I want it to be a box. There we go. All right. There's my square.
Bingo.
Woohoo! And I think it's going to stick up behind him a little bit, and that is going to be okay. So we'll stick one side to the back here, like that. And this one is going to stick here. I think that's okay that that sticks out a little bit.
Yep.
Yep. We're going to stick our little bird on here, like that. So when it folds, it's going to fold down. So it still fits in there. Didn't quite pop up the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. I think the other bird I need to put on the bottom because that's really what I was, or maybe just stick him on.
Yep.
Maybe I'll do
stick 'em
that.
on.
I think I will use a dimensional on this one, just pop him on there because that's, I'll show you the other one I made. It's going to maybe make more sense. I feel like I've made it more difficult than it needed to be, but that's okay. That's what happens sometimes, right? Someone said, when you make mistakes, it's real. It's real, friends. All right, this guy, I'm going to put, let's see where we want him, kind of over here, like that. Something else is going to be on the top, so you don't want to get too much over there. Okay, there we, this one. All right, I'm going to fix that after because I can't fix it right now. There, that works. Okay, pops out. I kind of crunched it a little bit. It still sticks out. So there's our birds. Love that. We're going to put a little piece up at the top, and that's what we're going to stamp on here. And you will see what we're going to do with that. So let me grab our ink. I'm going to go ahead and stamp it in the garden green. And since it is a rubber stamp,
Cling stamp.
I don't need to use the mat. However, I am going to use a little piece of paper because I thought I could try, because since I already die cut it and it's rubber, I can't see. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to lay this right on top. My little trick for saving time and not die cutting. We'll see how it looks. Great. And I'm just going to color in a little bit of it, give the berries a little bit of color here in Cherry Cobbler. And you'll see what we're going to do with this piece. It's kind of funny. Not liking that marker. I'm going to use this one. There we go. Oh, yeah. That's about the size I like. I like the thick, a little bit thicker ones. Just put some berries. I don't even think I need to color the leaves. I'm just going to do the berries, and I think that'll look fine.
Yep.
Friends, how are we doing today? How's your Monday? tell us anything exciting happening this week. I'll tell you what's happening this week. Next week is Thanksgiving. We have 6 days left before a break. We can do 6 days, right? All right, so there's this little piece. And what I'm going to do is take another one of those. I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to close this. Sorry, let's get rid of that. This piece is going to go right up here so that something sticks out from our card. And that something is going to be this. That is going to fold right there. And it's going to sit like that on top of our birds. A little bit further in. I don't know. I've got my birds up kind of high. I don't know if that's going to work. Let's try it. Remember, it's real. It's real life, right? That could sit there. I don't know. What do you think, Dave? Too much? You can't see. I'm just going to stick it on here. I think that would look cute.
I think on the other
I'll show
side
you
looks
on the
good.
other one. There's something hanging from the top, and that you could do it that way. But I think on this one, this is Dan D like that. All good. Okay. That is all the inside, but how fun that it sits up and you've got this fun little birds inside. Well, we still need to do the front, but the front is a lot simpler because we're just going to layer these and we're going to stamp inside there. And what we're going to stamp is maybe sending thanks and much love.
Yep.
I don't know, that's kind of fun. It's a smaller stamp. Sending thanks and much love. And I think I'm going to stamp it in the cherry cobbler because we've got a lot of green going on there. All right, let me grab a little block here. All right, let's put this. And I'm just going to stamp it right in the middle like that. And this will sit around it.
Thanks,
Oh,
Tina.
yeah, that works great.
Very
What's that?
cute. I love it.
Thank you. Sometimes it's a little bit hard when I have something, I made it, and then I go to make a different design and it doesn't quite work out. It's a little frustrating, but that's okay, right? All good. I'm just going to use this glue.
Still very cute.
Because this is a little bit thin. The edge is thin purposely. This die is kind of funny that it doesn't cut out the edge. So your edge could be as thick as you want it to be. And that kind of looks like snow on there. That's cute.
Except it dries clear.
Except it dries clear, right. I'm going to use this paper that I was using before so that in case it goes on my surface, it's not going to show up. All right, let's get that popped in there like that. I'm just going to hold that down for a second. And then I can put this on my cherry cobbler, and that's going to go on the front. I think that'll look very cute. Oh, look at that. Scooch it over just. It doesn't even matter because I centered the words.
Yep.
Right. Okay, let's put this on here. Purposely cut that kind of small. There we go. Oh, that looks nice. This has no ink on it. Just checking. All right. And then this is going to go here. Oh, it's so cute. I like that. And I brought over, always, do I want a little bit of ribbon? Not sure. Why would you? I mean, come on. Everybody wants ribbon, right? Can't go through the inside, so I'm just going to stick it on here.
Slide it over just a little bit.
So I think I'm just going to put a little piece of ribbon right there, make that just look nice and finished. All right, do that. Da, da, da. And this side. Da, da, da. There we go. Okay. And this is maybe a card you would mail, or not mail, that you would hand to somebody. If you mailed it, you might have to pay a little extra.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
It's not over a 1/4 inch?
No.
No. Okay. The postal man over here says no. Great. Okay. So there is the outside. Sorry, lost my slipper underneath the table here. Dave thinks I'm playing footsie with him. There is
Hubba hubba.
the outside. And then you open it and you've got these fun little birds and it would sit up like that.
Very cute.
Yeah, I think it's cute. All right. Why don't you share what you were going to share, and then I'll show them the other one, which personally I think is a little bit better, but all good.
Don't do that.
Don't do that? Okay.
Yes. All right. So as you know, go to thestamperstudio.com for anything you need, including ordering this fabulous suite. Click on order Stampin' Up! Products and you are good to go there. Want to mention Card Cafe. This is hard to believe. The December Card Cafe is coming up. It is December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day. It is here in our Minnetonka studio from 10 until noon. Come and make 10 beautiful cards. I do have to say, this card we're doing tonight would not be a Card Cafe card.
No.
Way
My
too many
goodness, no.
steps, too much complication. So we do 10 amazing cards, but easy ones that you can do. Have a great, fun morning of laughter and leave with 10 beautiful cards. Your side sore from laughter. Good time had by all. So Card Cafe coming up December 7th in the Minnetonka studio.
Awesome. I'm still admiring this. Okay, I want to show you the other one because it is kind of fun. All right, this one. So the front, my inside, you have to look at the front first. The inside, I use this candy cane paper. So because of that, I thought, okay, well, let's do the Merry Christmas, using the More Wishes. And then, of course, using these little candy cane real red and white peppermints. So I thought, oh, that's kind of fun. You know, did a little die cut here with our, dies. Nested Essentials. No, it's country something.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the best part. You ready? I'm going to use the decorative trees is what I used inside. Here we go. Ooh, you can't see it. There we go. So I put the trees inside. Of course, they fold up. And then I also have these little dangling stars. And I did them by folding my ribbon, and it's a little thread, and then going over. And after, I probably would just tie it on next time. It's just a little silver ribbon. But isn't that kind of fun to have something little dangly there? So this is the piece I was going to add to the other one, just so you can see. It's just same thing. You're making that box and then sticking it on.
Mary BQ thinks you need a little fireplace on the right-hand side.
Well, why don't you make me one and we'll put it here? All right. But I just think, isn't that cute? It's so cute. I did put the silver stars on both sides because on one side I put the glue dot and the little string, and so a little thread. And so, yeah, I just wanted to, so you can see that.
Finish it off.
Who knows when they spin around. It's kind of, this is an older thread that Stampin' Up! Had, but you could use any thread.
Like see a So Fun and a wowzer.
Open your sewing kit and use any thread. Isn't that fun?
Can you tilt it so we can see it? It's more impressive that way.
More impressive this way,
yeah.
With these little things hanging.
Yep.
Then you would write right there. The other thing you could do is you could make a pocket, not on this one, maybe, probably not on this one. You could make a pocket and put a gift card in there and it would fold up.
Oh,
so you could use it as a gift card, but I just thought the red with the silver and the shimmer paper, my tree is crooked, but it's just really fun.
It's like most Christmas trees in people's houses.
That's right. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that fun? Yeah. So, and then you just keep squishing it down. So there they are. Kind of a fun fold. Both of them. Fun folds. Yep. So just something different. Something different. Well, I hope you guys have a great week. Mary BQ, I'll look for a fireplace and see what we can do about that. There used to be a Stampin' Up! One a long time ago, but not even that long ago, but a while ago. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. We will be at the Refuge because we have a private, A private hosted. So it's a private retreat because they booked the whole house, but then they wanted Dave to cook. So they get me as a bonus.
Paying for cooking in addition to the house.
Yep. So that is what we have. So I will be looking forward to making something really fun from there. And until then, I hope you have a great week and happy stamping.